realize I'm not prepared for everything with my current roster of Pokemon, and if I'm gonna become the champion, I need to make some big changes. I've been swapping around my team pretty casually over the course of my adventure, but after locking in, I decided on this as my final roster. Primarina, Kingler, Aegislash, Beware, and 2 new members of Darmanitan, the Angie Fire Monkey, and Duraludon, the, you guessed it, gun. Look, I've seen the power of being able to pull up with a gun. I think I'm gonna need that in the fights that are ahead of me. With these changes, I was able to rematch Wally and take home the win this time. This is it. These guys are my team, and they're the ones I'm gonna become the best with. While doing some final training before the Elite Four, there was just a little tiny, unexpected hiccup along the way.
What was that? Oh my, Freddy, you would never. He would never.
I have to teach it to him.
I'll get rid of Earthquake for a bite of 87. 5 nights? What? What is... What the f-
It's Parrish Song.
Oh my, Freddy, what am I turning into? You're not like this, Freddy.
For those of you who are unaware, 5 Nights is basically an unhinged version of Parrish Song, where after 5 turns, both Pokemon on the battlefield are hit by a 250 base power attack. And Bite of 87 is straight up a brand new one-hit KO move, where if you get bit, you die instantly. But there's only a 30% chance of it actually connecting. High risk, high reward type move. Equipped with a plethora of new threatening moves and mons, my team was now prepared for the final gauntlet. I flashed my badges to the guards and took a step into Sydney's domain. I like that look you're giving me. Let's have a good match. As someone once taught me, you gotta be prepared for the gun. Phoebe was up next with her gamer Pokemon, and even though I was able to take down her team with my loaded Duraludon and shower-giving Primarina, the highlight of the fight was when she brought out a Freddy Fazbear of her own.
Huge win. Beware? Oh, it's Freddy v Freddy here. It's gotta be Freddy v Freddy. And you know what Freddy does. Oh, he got the first one! He got it! That's my fucking Freddy right there. Doesn't miss. He hits that frontal lobe every fucking time.
I walked into Glacia's room. Larry! The third fight was against Larry, who normally is a gym leader and Elite Four member in Paldea, but looks like he also works for Hoenn. Jeez, man. 3 full-time jobs? That cannot be legal. You gotta talk to HR. He led with a golem that only knew Stealth Rocks and Explosion, which is chaotically hilarious. But right after that, he sent out a wall of a slacking that took out my Duraludon, Primarina, and Aegislash. Finally, Kingler was able to knock it out after pulling off a few dragon dances. Sorry, crab raves. Since I basically had a crab bazooka on my hands, Kingler just swept him from there. After the Larry jump scare, I didn't even know what to expect for the final member. It could genuinely be anyone. Cynthia? Red? Clay butt again?
What? No! You're joking! He's in the fucking vent. No, wait, I'm facing the wrong way.
I didn't know that's what happened when you click the vent from that side. I'll be honest.
Not only was I flashed for simply going about my E4 challenge, but Elite Four Sussy Baka and his sus team went dummy mode on me.
I'm scared, so I shoot. Oh no! Wait, this isn't good. This thing's gotta go. No, he's faster! He's dead. What? I thought... No! Where is he? Ooh, nice crit. No, they all vent! Stop venting.
Well, now I guess you get another crab rave.
I do. No! He avoided it! No! Krabby, I'm sorry! Ah!
I was not anticipating a battle where their whole strategy was to hide in vents scattered all over the room, and when they popped out, they hit like trucks. Not even my Five Nights attack could hit them in the vents, which meant I was just getting my own mons attacked by animatronics. Admittedly, we were vaporized. But shut up! There's nothing in the rules about trying again. It's not a Nuzlocke. I refused to call it there because I will not let my legacy end with... Psst, hey, see that girl? She was on her way to become the next Hoenn champion, but she couldn't get past Elite Four member Sussy Baka. Poor thing. The second battle went much better because not only was I able to play around all the venting, but halfway through the fight, Kingler finally learned a better crab move. This whole time, I was being forced to use 50 base power Vice Grip, but now that we've got 100 base power Crab Hammer, it was lights out for these imposters. And with that, it was time. All that stood left in front of me was the champion, Wallace. Which makes sense because Steven was definitely fired after that maxi fight. Out came his first Pokemon, which was a simple why not. Now let me explain something here, because this thing is far more threatening than you could ever believe. This game has introduced so many new types into the world of Pokemon. Many of them are extremely powerful, but there's one type that reigns amongst them all the absolute worst, and that's baby type. It's pretty self-explanatory which Pokemon fall under the baby category. Igglybuff, Cleffa, Budew, Bonsly, literally the baby Pokemon. You know what this type is weak to? Literally like all of them. Think about it. If you hit a baby with anything, they're gonna be taking damage. It's a baby. So now you're probably thinking, okay, so why does the final boss of Hoenn lead with why not the baby type? It's also Uno Reverse. That's right, every single type effectiveness against this thing is now flipped. It's a defensive monster, just waiting to counter and mirror coat your whole team to death for simply breathing on it too hard. I was genuinely so scared of this thing, I dragon-tailed it out of there. That's a nightmare for another time. His Latias got dragged out, which is crazy to say I was relieved to see compared to that masochist of a why not, but of course, it's still a Latias, so it takes out my Duraludon with a single Thunderbolt. Kingler comes out to finish it off, so next came Silvally, which I'll just let you watch how this one played out.
I don't think I'd get past this thing. What even is this type? Type Emerald?
He's a type.
Type. I don't even know what that is, but it's gotta be weak to Monkey.
So type is more of a modifier than anything. It just doubles all type interactions.
Oh shit.
So
okay, so I die here. What?
So here's a little glitch. Sometimes, let's say the max damage you can deal is 999. If the game registers you as doing more, it overflows into 1 HP.
So this is Darmanitan died and came back to life, basically.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, that gives us enough time to Banana Blitz again. Yeah!
We take those, all right? Nope, I don't want to hear it. We take those. The next chunk of the battle plays out pretty normally. Wallace did have some pretty scary Pokemon, including Steven's Metagross, he very likely lost custody of, until I was face to face with this stupid little bomb again. It tried everything it could to bait my Aegislash into attacking it, but we stayed patient. I knew I had a single shot at this, so Aegislash charged up as many Swords Dances as it could muster before slicing that thing to the moon. A final beast entered the ring. A true abomination called Sans Shedinja. This is the only Pokemon in the dex with the Sands type, and it can only be touched by a very small selection of types. A tried and true nightmare. Unfortunately for you, Wallace, I've played the genocide route of Undertale. I know exactly what it's gonna take to bury this thing for good. And he's right here. It's a beautiful day, sans Shedinja. But insects like you should be burning in hell! I did it. The strongest Pokemon trainer in this wacky world of Hoenn is me. It took so much more than I thought it would to be here. Way more humiliating wipes than I'd like to admit. I lost a lot of battles. But shut up! You try playing it then! With the power of friendship, logic, determination, and maybe just a little bit of love, we've beaten Pokémon too many types.
And with that, we're pretty much wrapping up on 2024. This was a big Jaden year for many personal and content-related reasons, and I just wanted to say thank you guys, as always, for watching after all this time. I'm forever grateful for my team and friends who are always supporting me, and I'm looking forward to working even harder in 2025. I still can't believe I really just love making videos this much, even after 10 years. I hope that you'll continue to support me no matter what projects I'm working on next year, and I promise to do my absolute best. Until next time, bye-bye!